Finally! So it is day 5 of Vlogmas and I am up, showered and about to put some makeup on. I thought I'd chat to you all whilst I'm doing it, but it's really awkward in this room. There was nowhere I could put this dressing table where I could get natural light. I can't see any way to arrange the room, so it means the window is behind me, which is awful for doing my makeup. So I've got my big ring light on now and it's actually helping because it's lighting me up ready to do my makeup. Don't get me wrong, I've got no idea what I'm doing with my makeup. This is definitely not a tutorial, this is just a like get ready with me kind of thing. James is off school today. He's actually just watching TV right now because he's got 3 very big characters for older brothers and sisters. So he sometimes struggles to get to pick what he wants to watch, and so he's really enjoying sitting down in there right now and having complete free reign. Anyway, it's also super helpful having Derek here for a couple of days because he just generally wants to help out. He is very helpful. The older kids are. I think they also want to give back a little bit, and he's bathing the dogs right now, and generally it's just a massive help. Josh has gone off to try and find the plumber that we commissioned to fix the water problems outside. He has managed to get in touch with him after he went AWOL, but apparently he's on a big project somewhere, and so he went to do that instead, but he's kept all our stuff in his store and he will do it when he's back. So let's hope that's true, but who knows. And then we are probably going to try and go around the carpenters today. We've still got more items that were never finished and given to us, and then on top of that I so desperately want a chair in the living room for Christmas so that we can actually sit in there and, like, you know, we're gonna have a very simple Christmas, but at least if we have somewhere we can sit together as a family and watch movies and things, because right now there's nowhere to gather. So I really want to see if we can get one done, but chances are in the time we've got probably very slim. Haven't been on a morning walk this morning. I was trying to do them on my own regardless, you know, if Josh wouldn't come, but now the schools are broken up and I used to walk in quite like remote areas. I mean, it's completely harmless, but there are kids everywhere now and they're very interested in me and end up following me and things like that, and it is completely harmless, but I don't particularly enjoy it. If Josh is there, they don't do it as much, so I'm mostly trying to persuade him to come out and walk with me now. It also stresses the dogs out a bit because Kovu obviously is kind of a bit like a protection dog and he doesn't know what to do when there's like 20 kids following us. I'm not really feeling in the sort of Christmassy spirit right now, and it is very different in Uganda, and you have to really try and create your own Christmas spirit, because it's not like in the UK when you walk around and there's Christmas lights outside everyone's houses, Christmas lights, you know, in the streets, all the shop windows are decorated for Christmas, Christmas music is playing everywhere. Obviously the cold air, as a Brit, the cold air and Christmas kind of like go hand in hand, so when you're in a hot country automatically it doesn't quite feel Christmassy. But generally as a whole anyway, like not many people are really thinking about Christmas. It's not the whole big lead up to Christmas in the UK where there's loads of events on and, you know, things to do with the kids. That's just not here. But this will now be my 9th Christmas here, so I've done quite a few. And things I feel like you just have to do is, as a expat living in Uganda, is 1, import things from the UK. I mean, if you're really creative and you have the time, there are things you can make here. One year I did like make an advent calendar out of fabric and a hot glue gun and put it all together, and we used that and we put in like activities each day and sweets each day. This time I have not got the time, I wish I did, and so I've just shipped some out from the UK. But toy wise and, you know, present wise, there's a lot more choice in the UK, and for a cheaper price. In Ginger, where I live, you pretty much won't find anything. Everything is available in Kampala, you just need to know where to look. I don't know where to look. I don't know my way around Kampala enough. It is really hard, and it is also just generally more expensive because anything that's imported already just, you know, shoots up in price. So I just find it more cost effective to ship things out. So need to do that in advance because shipping is usually really quick, but around Christmas time it's slower than ever. Just the same as like postage in the UK and everything like that. So we sent stuff out near the beginning of November and it should be here this week. I was still a tiny bit too late and it didn't make it. It's a few days late for George's birthday at the beginning of December, but at least this year it'll be in time for Christmas. That is something I've learned my lesson on because there have been several years where the gifts didn't come till January, February. So yeah, ship things out in advance. And then generally as a whole, you just have to be more creative because it is harder to find things here. Like again, in Kampala I probably could find lots of Christmas decorations for the tree, but in Ginger yesterday didn't find any. Found a tree, got a tree, wasn't much choice, got a tree. And the tree is a lot more expensive than it would be for that sort of thing in the UK. But decoration wise, we are struggling. I do have a few old bits and bobs that my mum donated to me when I came out. So like old tinsel that is literally from my childhood. So taking it back to like a 90s/2000s Christmas. So yeah, I mean, that's the other thing. Any sort of Christmassy decorations you do get here, and Christmas, it reminds me more of my childhood, so a lot more sort of like the tacky looking things. I know everything in the UK has shifted more now to very aesthetic, but that's not what it's going to be like here. But I secretly kind of love it anyway. But generally as a whole, because we haven't found decorations, we're going to have to be quite creative, so we are going to be making decorations. So I think we're going to try and do some salt dough decorations if we can. We've got lots of days to fill in the Christmas holidays with activities keeping the kids busy, so I think we're gonna, yeah, make our decorations. Something that is really hard here about Christmas, and a lot of expats will feel the same way, is obviously Christmas is usually about family and you spend time with your family. Some people are lucky enough to go home for Christmas, some people have their families come out and visit. Generally, we've not been able to do that. However, as an expat, you normally create your own family. So some Christmases we have spent with friends and things like that. This year though, it will just be us as a family, and that's fine. Something we do try really hard to instill in our kids is that Christmas is all about family. So, you know, because we do have a very simple Christmas out here. Now this is very unique probably to me, some people probably wouldn't care, but something I find really hard about Christmas out here is Christmas in Uganda is all about family, church and food basically. On the whole here, people actually mainly eat a plant-based diet, and it's special occasions where people then decide to eat meat. And Christmas then is one of these special occasions, and as you all know, I don't eat meat, and I used to find it very, very hard. When I used to volunteer at the children's home in the village, and this is even when I did eat meat, you know, people slaughter their own animals here. So Christmas morning was horrendous. I remember walking down the street, and at all the houses where they slaughtered their animals, there was blood trickling down and all meeting in the street, and it was just horrific for me. Luckily I've not really seen it in this village very much, but it is something I personally, I know everyone is different, but I personally really struggle with, and I mean it's happening also obviously in the UK and things, you just don't see it, but yeah, that's something I struggle with as an expat here, is suddenly all the deaths surrounding me on Christmas. Something that is actually really hard to navigate though as an expat, and I'm really intrigued if there are any others on here what you do, is everything to do with Santa. Because Santa comes and he makes his way all the way to Uganda to visit my children. They have their stockings out and he fills them with presents, and he always has. But many or most children here in Uganda, Santa doesn't come and visit them. It's not because they were on the naughty list. So I have to be very, very careful because my children watch these videos, but it is something really hard to navigate. I'm really lucky in that my children have not asked questions at this point in time. I think we kind of keep Christmas quite, you know, just in our little family unit. We don't go around further and we don't talk about it. So at this point in time, the kids haven't really, they're just not wondered about it. But I am worried as they're getting older and they're at school that it's going to come up more often. So yeah, it is quite hard. It just shows how fortunate people are in lots of countries in the world, because every child should experience that magic of Christmas, but most in this country will never receive a present from Santa. Obviously there's mixed reasons for that. A lot of it is obviously financial, but it's also cultural. It's not a thing here. Hi! Hi! So, Jamesies, I was thinking, whilst it's just you on your holidays and all your smelly big brothers and sisters are still at school, why don't we do something? We go somewhere just Jamesy, Mummy and Daddy. Go to town, we go and get lunch, or we go swimming. I don't know what you want to do, darling. To have lunch? So take you somewhere for lunch?
Yes.
Okay. We go to Hangout or Java or something like that? You want to go to Hangout, do you?
Yes.
Okay. Oh my gorgeous boy. My very shy, snuggly boy. You gonna say hi to everybody? You are getting more confident though, aren't you? It's hard with such loud brothers and sisters. Hey?
Yes.
All done. Alright, James, he's all ready. We're gonna go out for lunch. And I love Jamesy in this polo shirt. How smart do you look? You hungry?
Yes.
Yeah, all right, let's go, darling.
You're not enjoying playing alone? What have you got, James?
Chips.
Burger and chips.
James, do you prefer chips or burger? Chips. I never knew this was here. We've come to like, I don't know what we call it, like a showroom sort of thing. They've got loads of ready-made things for sale. I've never seen this. It's even really like 5 minutes from our house. And they also do custom building. It's such a big place with so many workers. Usually we go to like individual carpenters. All this stuff is really nice quality. I don't know how much it will cost yet, but it's what we're here to find out. Bring her! So we had a nice lunch with Jamesy's. He hardly ate anything, so it's all packed. He's carrying it now. And we've picked the other kids up from school. Now Adam and George have a music lesson this evening, and also plans always change, and one of the dogs in the village has been bitten by another dog and needs to go to see the vet. So the vet is coming from Kampala, but they've never been to the village, so Josh from Ginger to the village will accompany them to pick the dog up, and they'll drop him back in Ginger on the way back to Kampala. So Josh will be gone again this evening. Yeah. I also really love where we just were, where they make that furniture, like the furniture workshop. The condition of the furniture was so good. And we're just waiting to hear how much they actually charge. So we've left them and they're putting together a quote and they're going to let us know. But I have a feeling it's just going to be way out our budget.
So today we're going to music. So me and George were in the different levels. George is working on the pianos and another man working on the drums.
Go.
Jingle bell, jingle all the way. Mama finding the stuff, all the wonders up and say, hey.
Good. George's teacher is not around, so he decided to rest. We are looking for my slippers. Yes. Slippers for daddy.
Oh, this is a slipper area. These ones? These ones? Dad, you choose this one or this one? Which one you want? This one or this one? You can choose. Like these shoes? Or this one?
I'm buying. You're looking shoes for me. Do they fit me?
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah.
I'm that size. What?
Okay. Let me buy you a big shoe like from there.
Last night you saw, if you see this video, I was driving, or someone was driving from somewhere. Some driver from the vet came and we were heading to the village. There is one dog out of the ones which we look after. You know, we have that CEDA pups. So one of the dog was bit by another dog. So we were going to pick it and take it to Kampala. So someone had come, the driver had come from Kampala, and I was taking him to the village because he doesn't know the place. So I was taking him there. We reached very late and we came back very late. We reached like, I don't know, 9, and we came back very late. So I didn't manage to video because we reached in the village when the power, you know, we brought power on the land, but the power was not on. So I didn't video anything much because, you know, villages, if you do find when the power is not there, it is dark. So that's why I didn't video much. And when I came back, I was very tired. That's why I didn't finish this video. Thank you for watching these videos, our videos. We really appreciate all the support. Whoever hasn't subscribed, please go and subscribe, and hope you're enjoying them, and see you in another video tomorrow.